Thank you, and welcome to Donnybrook Beach for our tour this morning, or this afternoon, really, depending on where in the world you are. Has everybody gotten the hint egg? This is the arrival point for Donnybrook Beach, and we have all the normal April hunt stuff here set up. Has everybody gotten the hint egg? There's right behind Artemis here. There is the rabbit hole, and there's an egg sitting next to the rabbit hole, and that does count. All it has is clues to the other eggs, but it does count as an egg towards the April hunt count. So you want to grab that egg if you hadn't already done so. The Donnybrook Beach is a moderate rated world in Kitely, and we allow sexy clothes and that type of thing, but there's no nudity and no sex poses allowed in this world because it's a moderate rated world. The intention with this world, well, there's commercial intention, but the main intention of the simulation of what we're trying to replicate here is a small beach resort town on the mid-Atlantic coast in the state of Maryland. The arrival point here is right next to the main store for the Just for Yucks stores. Since that's the main commercial operation here in Donnybrook Beach, it's probably not too surprising that one of the April hunt eggs is located inside this building on the first floor. So if you want, anybody's looking for an April hunt to get all the April hunt eggs, one of them is on the first floor of this building. All right, so we're gonna start by heading south here towards the public beach. This is the public beach down here. At the south end of the island, southwest end here, is the beach. What we're going to start here is we're going to go counterclockwise around the island. We're going to start here at the beach and then move around counterclockwise and end it back up on the boardwalk and where the free kayak tours are. So this is the public beach. This is a meeting area over here where you're standing, Selby. This is intended as a meeting area. There's 15 beach chairs set up that people can make use of. This is not a res area because of security reasons. It's kind of it's tough to make sandboxes and have them be secure. But I tried to put out things that people could actually make use of the beachfront things here, and so this is the public beach part of the world, and it's again free. Any visitor or tenant is welcome to make use of this whenever they want for meetings or just casual get-togethers. And there's several of these places, things like this. A lot of them are what are going to look like restaurants. They set up restaurants in the world, but they don't serve real food, but you can actually use them as meeting locations. This is our Maryland Teas store. This is the other main commercial thing on the world. I'm actually a resident of Maryland, and so in real life, and so there's some cartoon designs here that are using Maryland themes and that type of thing. So this is the other main store in the world, and so actually very little of this world is actually set up for commercial purposes. I mean, it's here to support it, but most of it I'm trying to make it look like an actual town that these stores just happen to exist in. So if anybody has any questions about this, we'll head out into the other part of the world here. We'll cross the little footbridge. This is one of the kayak people that do kayaking on this world. One of the kayak courses actually goes under this bridge. This is like a little canal here at the border between these two sims, and so it's a canal. And one of the kayak tours courses actually circles the southwest sim, which is where we were just at. We started the tour. This is the public parking lot and arrival area for people that come to visit this beach resort. The bus stop, and for people that park elsewhere in the public parking. This is going to be over here to the south. Here is the welcome center and Donnybrook Beach Information Center, which is eventually going to have information about the world and various features in it, but there's nothing in it right now. I'm still working on that right now, but this is one of the main drags in Donnybrook Beach. I haven't come up with a name for the street yet, but if you look over to the south here, you'll see the McKeldin. It's supposed to be called the McKeldin Causeway. It's actually a bridge that for some strange reason is shrouded in fog all the time. And I thought that was more interesting than just having the world be, just have a painting of a bridge or something. The bridge is hidden by fog. Strange meteorological conditions we have around this island for some reason or another. To the north, I'm sorry, to the east here is some open land. These are going to eventually be estate parcels. They're going to be 2/4 some estate parcels that'll be available for rent to people that want to live here on Donnybrook Beach. And Donnybrook Beach, of course, is a grandfathered Kitely world, so it has 100,000 prims available and up to 100 avatars at a time. So we're just going to walk north along the main drag here. The Lomax gas station and convenience store here is one of the few prop buildings. Most of the buildings in Donnybrook Beach are normal open sim type buildings you can go into, but this is just a prop building. You can't actually go in there. There's nothing inside of it. It's just there as a prop. As we walk along here, you'll see to the right there's a building with some businesses in it, and supposedly the radio station is up on the top of the second floor. Of course, that's just Parcel Media. We have a classic rock station playing on Parcel Media in this world all the time, and so you can listen to classic rock hits if you want to while you're on Donnybrook Beach. You'll see some of the vehicles parked around here. Most of these vehicles are free to copy if you want to get a copy of them. Most of them are copyable, and you can walk inside these businesses, and like I said, the different restaurants have seating that actually work, and you can use them as meeting areas for private meetings, for people that are just visiting or people that live here. You can use them as meeting venues. And okay, let's head north up here to the Harbour and the Old Town district of Donnybrook Beach. This is here on the left, we have the fishing harbor. Donnybrook Beach started out as a fishing village years ago, and it eventually evolved into a small resort town. But you can see there's a little bit of the fishing fleet left, but not much of it. It's mostly the John B, the sloop rigged ship John B. You see there is kind of like a ship that's just there for people to, like a museum type ship. And but the other vehicles or the other vessels here in the harbor are either working fishing boats or a tugboat. And the tugboat is copyable. You can actually take a copy of the tugboat if you want. Over here to the left, or I'm sorry, to the right, is the Lord Baltimore Inn, the oldest building in Donnybrook Beach. It was built in the late 1800s and was last remodeled majorly in the 1930s. And that's when they took out it used to be a roadhouse, of course, with a little, dining on the first floor and rooms on the second floor. But in the 1930s, they took out the rooms and turned it into a tavern up on the top floor. So the Ark and Dove Tavern. The Ark and Dove were the ships that were the first ships that the settlers that first settled Maryland came over on from England. So that's what the tavern is named after. And of course, Lord Baltimore, that was the family of the people that actually owned Maryland when it was a colony, a royal colony. So, okay, this is the Dane downtown area here. People who are familiar with OpenSim will recognize most of these buildings, because most of these buildings right here in this part of town are, in fact, the normal Linda Kelly type freebie generic buildings. This is the main drag. Again, to the north and south are the bridges leading off the island. to east and west are the little roads or dead end roads leading to other parts of the island. What we want to do here is for anybody that wants to complete the April hunt, let's head up, head to the east shore here. But this is a new building called the Sea Witch Restaurant, which is named after a famous sailing ship, a tea clipper called the Sea Witch. The rest of this area around here that is open area is going to eventually be kind of like a little residential and commercial enclave, and it's between the rental parcels. The large open area down to the south is going to be 2 quarter sim rental parcels. Up to the north here, the corner of the island is going to be another quarter sim rental parcel where people can set up their own estates, their own residential estates or a business or whatever they want to have as part of this world. The original lighthouse was damaged by Hurricane Isabel in 2003 and eventually had to be demolished, and they put up a new so that's one of the newest lighthouses in the world. Okay, again, these are generic buildings right here, but there's one very non-generic building here in Old Town, although it is very old, and that's this building here, this Japanese restaurant, the Harbour of the Moon's Enchantment. This is one of Amy Husoi's prefabs, and it's a beautiful building, beautiful Japanese prefab. So let's continue over to the tour here. We're going to head over towards Lighthouse Point. Again, I was talking about the lighthouse earlier. This is a new lighthouse, and there's actually a restaurant and bar on the ground level, and on the first level there's like this little bar. If you go up here, there's like a little tiki bar up here on the second level, and they decided to do that because they can actually use the rental income from the restaurant to help offset the costs of running the lighthouse. Rather than having everything automated, it's more of a traditional type of lighthouse, even though it's brand new, but they use the rental income to offset the operating expenses. This is the Lighthouse Point, and over here is the inlet, which leads from the ocean into up into the fishing harbor area. This is the boardwalk area. This is actually based, for people who are familiar with OpenSim, on the Linda Kelly boardwalk ore is what I started with when I built this world, and then built everything else out from that. And so this is a modified version of it. This is not the same thing, because the closest pier to us has been turned into the Sunset Amphitheater, which is actually a performance venue with seating for up to 70 avatars. And it's also on its own parcel, so that you can people that have host events here can res their own stuff there, on the stage, that type of thing. Possibly even res their own stage. They'll have access to be able to change parcel media as needed for whatever they're doing, and so that's the main performance and meeting venue on the world for official large scale performances and meetings. The final thing here is the free kayak rides, and which is right here on the shore. You can, by the way, access this very easily if you want to come here just for the kayak rides. There is a teleporter at the arrival point. If you look around, you'll see it is teleported to free kayak rides, and it'll bring you right here. That's Donnybrook Beach that exists today. As you can see, there is still a lot of things being developed.